Today, we're diving into a story of incredible sacrifice and defiance. It's a story about a final chapter that didn't just end a king's life. It completely reshaped an empire's destiny. We're talking about the martyrdom of Sambhaji Maharaj.
To really get what's going on here, you have to understand this one powerful idea. No compromise on faith and self-rule, or Swarajya. This was the absolute, unwavering principle of Sambhaji Maharaj. And as we're about to see, it was a principle he was truly willing to die for. All right, let's get right to the heart of it. After years and years of relentless war between the Marathas and the Mughals, the story hits this incredibly intense moment when Sambhaji Maharaj is captured by the Mughal emperor Aurangzeb. And, this wasn't just about being taken prisoner. This was a test of his very soul. At a place called Tulapur, Aurangzeb's forces subjected Sambhaji to absolutely unimaginable tortures. But this wasn't just random, mindless cruelty. No, this was a calculated strategy. It had 3 crystal-clear goals, all aimed at completely dismantling the Maratha spirit, starting right from the top. And yet, here's the thing. He did not break. The Mughals thought they had caged a lion, right? They expected it to weaken, to give in. Instead, its roar of defiance just grew louder, echoing that one single principle: no compromise. You can imagine Aurangzeb is getting incredibly frustrated by this unbreakable spirit. And that frustration, it led him to make a decision that would turn out to be a colossal strategic mistake. This right here, this is the turning point. Aurangzeb ordered a public execution. It was meant to be a show of force, something to terrify the Marathas into finally giving up. But the result was the exact opposite of what he wanted. Fear didn't spread, resolve did. And so, on the grounds of Tulapur, the life of a king came to a brutal, horrifying end. For the Mughals, this was supposed to be it, the final chapter. Game over. But this is the incredible paradox of the story. On that very same ground, stained with his sacrifice, the seed of a brand new, even more powerful revolution was sown. The end of the king was, in fact, the true beginning of the fight. So how on earth does that happen? How does one event, meant to absolutely crush an empire, end up uniting it instead? Let's take a look at what happened right after. Instead of just collapsing into chaos, the Maratha Empire actually got more organized. New leaders rose to the occasion, pulling together all the different Maratha commanders, or Sardars. The struggle didn't just continue, it intensified. It became fiercer, they decentralized their commands, they perfected guerrilla warfare, all of it fueled by the memory of their king's sacrifice. Now, this wasn't just some short-term emotional reaction. Let's connect the dots and see the real, long-term impact this single sacrifice had on one of the most powerful empires in the world at the time. It's a huge question, isn't it? But when you look at the legacy of Sambhaji Maharaj, it's the one you have to ask. Was this the exact moment the tide turned against the mighty Mughal Empire? Well, history gives us a pretty clear answer. See, Aurangzeb's whole plan rested on one big assumption. If you kill the king, you kill the spirit of Swarajya. But he couldn't have been more wrong. It actually created a domino effect. It gave the Marathas this powerful, unifying cause. It drained Mughal resources for decades, and ultimately, it left Aurangzeb's lifelong dream of conquering the south completely shattered. So what it all comes down to is this. Sambhaji's martyrdom wasn't just some event that happened in history. It became a powerful, enduring declaration against tyranny, a statement that the will for freedom can be worth more than life itself. Which leaves us with this one last thought to chew on. Aurangzeb had all the power, right? He could command vast armies, he could end a life. But in the grand scheme of things, whose action ended up having the more lasting impact on the pages of history? It's something to think about.